This is Troy Simon with 10 Score Technologies, and today I'm going to do a quick video on how to enter an AP bill into Acumatica. So first you want to navigate to the Payables module on the left-hand side of your screen. Once you're there, just simply hit the plus button. Now when you're in here, you have a couple of different options for the type that you'll select. It's going to default to bill since we chose bills and adjustments from our main module. But we could also enter a credit adjustment, debit adjustment, or a prepayment while we're here. I'm just going to select a vendor. I'm going to choose my go-to vendor. And then I'm going to enter the reference number on the bill and then just a brief description of what we're doing. So because the process is pretty quick, I'm going to spend just a few minutes and show you guys what these tabs down below mean. So you have your summary level data at the top, and then down below we've got document details, financial details, and a handful of other tabs here. So the document details is the information here just sort of summarizes the details about the document. So the bill that you're entering, it may be a single line document, it may be a multiple line document for a goods sold or services provided, whatever the case may be. But you could have either a single line or multiple lines here. And to add your information, just hit the plus button. It'll automatically pull up the default branch that we're in, and then we simply just put, a quantity. Let's say it was just one, a lump sum, and it was for just $400 for this example. And let's just say that was for maybe an auto loan or something to that effect. And there we go. So our description's in there. Any sub-account that we had associated with that's going to fill in. We could associate it with a project if we wanted to. In this case, I'm not. But if it were a project-related bill, we would select that here. And then, of course, you sub-job and cost codes that you may be associating with that as well. So, again, I could add multiple lines here, but I'm just going to add the one. And then I'll just go ahead and save it. There's also some other tabs like Financial Details tab. This is where the information about this Accounts Payable account and sub-account that we're using in this document is. It also has the vendor's tax zone. For a release document, this tab is also going to contain a reference to the batch that has the journal transactions in it. We've got Tax Details tab, which this is going to automatically fill once we've got our document fully saved. If we have taxes configured in the system will calculate the applicable sales tax, or taxes, I should say, for the bill, based on the categories of line items in the vendor tax zone, et cetera, that are set up in the system, and then it'll record it here on the document. Now, if you're integrated with a third-party service like Avatax or Avalara or any other sort of specialized third-party software, the applicable taxes are calculated by that service or software and then recorded to the document once you save it. The Approval Details tab, this only works if you've got the approval workflow feature enabled. If the approval procedures, and if the approval procedure, I should say, is enabled on the selected document type. So there's two steps you have to do there to get that going. But once you have that turned on, you would see any approval details. So if we had multiple employees that needed to approve this, maybe a multi-step approval, it has to go to, say, the project manager, and then to maybe a supervisor or C-level executive for approval. You would see those here in the order which they would need to be approved. The discount details just holds like a table that would show the details of the group and document level discounts, if any that were applied to this document. And applications reflects the history of payment applications for the selected document. And then, of course, we have compliance. So if you're tracking compliance, once you've saved the first part of entering this bill, you're able to add some compliance documents here, select the type and status, and you can track the compliance of your vendors within Acumatica. And then the next step would be just to go ahead and take it off hold. So once we remove the hold, if we had the approvals workflow turned on, this status would change from on hold to pending approval. So as you can see, I don't have it turned on for this example, so I'm just going to go ahead and save my document. My next step would be we could just go ahead and come up here and release this. Once I release it, I get the green check mark here. You can see now my status is open and it's ready to go ahead and pay. So I can just come to Actions and pay the bill. Very good. Now I'm in Checks and Payments. It brings up my Checks and Payments screen automatically, so I don't have to go back and find the next screen to go to. You can see Acumatica just walks us right on through. I can go ahead and remove the hold from this one and save it, and now it's pending print. And then my last step would just be to go up here and print the check. Once I print the check, I can go ahead and do a final release on it. It goes ahead and closes out the transaction, and that's it. You can see I've got my reference number here that I can go back and view as well, and I can drill into the financial details of this actual transaction. So I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.